Welcome to another episode of the Dusty Survival Series on FS22. In this episode, Dusty and I spend money like it's going out of fashion. I pick up 2 new pieces of equipment and Dusty goes for a beer. Well, I can't believe it's March already. I am here in Dusty's cabin and I just want to turn around and have a little sneaky peek out the window. And as you can see, that horizon, that view has changed quite considerably. So let's not dawdle around in here. Let me show you what we've been doing at the top of the homestead. This things have changed considerably. We have spent some money. And we've still got £433,000 to spend this month, and I'm going to do that with you because I want you to see the plan that we have. But for now, while I walk through these bushes, you can see we now have a huge sheep pen here, and bolted onto the side of that is our big sheep barn. Let me take you round. Look at this. Let me put my torch on just for a bit of added light. We got some wool here. Looks like we're generating more wool already. First part pallet is on its way. Oh, this is brilliant. Look at this thing. Yeah, lovely animal, guys. Looking fantastic. Lots of lovely dry straw. Yeah, we'll have a walk round to the troughs where the grass or the grain of feed, whatever it is you want to give them, hay, is here. Water is all piped in already. I've left the gate open so they can come and go freely. And they just look so much happier. So this is the original lot of sheep that we had. We sold the original sheep pastures that we had. So both of those sold for 13 and 26 grand a piece. So that went into the overall pot. And then on the left hand side, this is a huge chicken barn. Just step inside here. There we go, we've got some chickens on the way. This looks like an area which is really going to fill up. Now this chicken barn, let me just make sure I close these doors first. There we go. This chicken barn will hold, if I'm not mistaken, 250 chickens. Now we have 30, I think it was. 30 chickens, and there they are. Happy as Larry. Running around, plenty of feed. Plenty of space, not out in the cold, the rain and the snow like they used to be, the poor things. They're nice and warm in here, and we can obviously pull back some of the slats in the roof to let some light in. So yeah, a nice place for the chickens to live. Let's just close this door back up. So some major changes here, as you can see. Got some eggs from the old chicken coop there. We stick our grain in here. We've got wheat in there in the silo at the moment. I'll just take you round. This is all the old bits of wooden work whilst we were building everything. Yeah, I think this is beautiful. I mean, not beautiful obviously to look at, it is just a barn at the end of the day, but beautiful in terms of operations. Dusty and I decided to go full in with the chickens and the sheep, particularly the sheep. Now, we could, and I think we will today, go and buy some more sheep and have them delivered here directly. Maybe perhaps fill up half of this so we can get our wool production really underway. But yeah, there we go. Let me just take a step back so you can have a full view of what we've got going on here. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. You know what? I think we're going to jump up in drone cam. There we go, I'm just gliding to the left here with drone cam. There's an awful lot of space there for the sheep. I'll get you some figures on that in a minute. I can't quite remember how many sheep this holds. As I say, I think it's 250 chickens, but it might be 500. But yes, I think we'll get some more sheep up here today. That's one thing that we can do. And we'll get some more chickens up and really get those production chains working for us. But yeah, this is beautiful. Now, sadly, I do feel a bit guilty. Dusty doesn't seem bothered by this at all, but the view out of his cabin is now somewhat obscured by these massive buildings And I think at some point in the future we might need to relocate his old log cabin to somewhere a bit more tranquil. This is fine for now, and we could even leave it here should we ever get anyone up to look after the animals directly, maybe a proper farmhand, but that's months and years in the future. But there we go, that's a quick fly over the top of the homestead. Let's have a look what else we got on the agenda for today. Now, I did say that at some point I would redo this path, this track with Dusty. It's a bit windy and our vehicles are only getting bigger and bigger, particularly when it comes to sheep and the chickens up there. Hauling all of that stuff out pallets wise is it's requiring bigger machinery. So I mean, you can just see here how bumpy this track is. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. So it was fine. It did what we needed it to do initially when we kind of designed this layout, but ultimately I need to straighten this out. Haven't done it yet. I promise I will get around to doing that. In terms of the new barn that we have down in this area, again, we haven't really added much to it simply because we've been just super busy at the top there. And yeah, so everything is nice and tidy and clean and lovely and stowed away, and that's fine. But I think what we need to do now is grab Dusty, because I want to head down to our field at the bottom near the grain mill, and I want to talk to you about the next step in the big plan. Morning there, Dusty. How you feeling? What a month we had.
We got so much done, even my blisters got blisters.
Absolutely, I know what you mean. Yeah, I was just telling everyone about the sheep and the chickens.
You ain't told them about...
No, I've not told them anything yet, Dusty. I want to share that with you. I think what we do is we grab the Landini, or maybe your truck. I don't mind which we go. And let's go in your truck, actually. We've not been in that for a while.
Yeah, I could do with turning the alternator over. She ain't running too smooth right now.
Well, let's take your truck down then. Let's head down to field 22 and down to the mill, and let's talk to everyone about our next plan.
Right on. I'm keen for that. I'm just gonna pick up what wool we've already got. Might as well keep that production chain churning.
Good idea, Dusty.
YouTube guy, you said you were gonna sort out this track. It's bumpy as hell down here now.
Yeah, I know, Dusty. I was literally just saying that before I met up with you this morning. Yeah, I will get that done. That is on my list. Right, Dusty, do you want to take the viewers through the situation that we talked about?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Now, why don't y'all come with me for a little stroll? So the YouTube guy and me have been talking, and we're thinking we got our animals sorted now, and we're properly into the husbandry, which I like. But we also need to keep our grain mills going and our production chains. So, we're thinking we buy a couple of extra fields. What do you say to that, viewers? Huh, I think that's a great idea. So does the YouTube guy. Anyways, YouTube guy, can you bring up that map thing that you do?
Yeah, hold on a second, Dusty, I'll do that right now.
Right, thanks. So we are looking, now we got field 21, and we was thinking about field 22. However, we kind of feel that 20 and 18 might be better.
Yeah, we did feel that, I don't know, they're just a good shape, and if we ever wanted to put the two together, we could just go straight over that track, which is between 18 and 20, and make one massive field, and ultimately aim to capture 19, and then ultimately 22 down the road. But for now, I think we're going to go either side so that we are closer to the grain mill at any given point.
Exactly, that's what we were thinking. So, why don't we get these bought now, YouTube guy?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, Dusty. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure that the bank is loaded, and I'll send this transaction through now. So let's look at field 20, ladies and gentlemen. That is going for a cool £137,000. So we are going to buy. Yes, please. And let's do the same for field 18 at 140. We've already done the maths. We know we can afford this. And we shall buy 18 as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's really gonna set us up for some proper agriculture. We can fill our grain mill pretty much all year round now. However, I do feel we are gonna need some more machinery. I don't think our plows and cultivators are gonna be man enough to handle all that field work.
Yeah, you're right there, Dusty. But let's just take it easy. We've still got money in the bank. Let's have a quick update of where we are on that. We are on 155,000. That feels nice. That feels comfortable. So let's just hold on to that for now. If we feel we need to purchase some more equipment, we can do. We know the Landini is going to do the job, right?
Yeah.
And we know we've got equipment that we can use right now.
Yeah.
I think now we've got those fields, let's have a quick think about what we want to stick in them, and then we can head back to the homestead, grab the Landini, hitch up the trailer, hitch up all the equipment we need, and let's get these fields cultivated and seeded and ready to go.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but I think there's already crop in them.
Ah, is there? I didn't even check that. I was just too focused on looking at the actual value of each piece of land. Okay, 1 second. Right, stupid old me. Yeah, Dusty's probably right. Let's have a look what's actually already in these fields. I wasn't even interested in that, I must admit. I was just interested in getting the field purchased. Right, let's bring up the old HUD. And let's see what we've got. So, owned by me. Ah, man, potatoes. You know what? I think we're going to go over this. Potatoes is no good for us right now. We don't have the equipment for potatoes, and I don't see that there's any point buying any. There's no vegetation there, so yeah, we're going to lose an entire field of seed potatoes, but I think it's better that we get in a crop that we need. Right, let me head over to the to field 18. 1 second. Yeah, we rip up field 20. I don't think Dusty's particularly keen on potatoes as a crop, so that's fine. I mean, he likes potatoes, he likes his chips, he loves his chips and beer, but yeah, let's do that. Let's grab Dusty, grab the equipment, and crack on with field 20. Well, Dusty's arrived at the destination. I think the first thing we can do here is go and pick up the subsoiler, which I think is parked over at the mill. Just a quick look at the status of play here. Yes, field 20 does need ploughing. Let's just turn off some of these. It needs lime as well. However, yeah, it's already at second stage fertilization. We should retain that once we've done all the graft. Okay, so we need to lime and we need to plough. 18 is all good. Okay, Dusty can just get straight on with this.
Am I clear to crack on now then, computer guy?
Yes, absolutely, Dusty. You get going. And we are off working our new field. And oh yes, I absolutely forgot, we are going to be churning up some rocks. More rocks means more lime. More lime is even more monies. Ah, this is brilliant. Now I am just wondering, while Dusty's sorting out this field here, what actually do we have in terms of options? Now I've not bought anything for a long while. I think first things first, let's go down to the used vehicles sale, and what have we got? A slurry tanker, containers, forage wagon, and a behemoth of a cotton picker. None of that is of any use to us right now, so let's go back up to the actual tools menu. Subsoilers, which I was on. So we have the combi plough right now, the 3 metre. They do a 4 metre one of that. There we go. So we could chop in the one we've currently got on and upgrade to that. And, you know, we've got money in the bank now. That was really not going to be a big issue. There's also the DC401, the Coon, which is also 4 metres. Really, there's nothing in that, although it does require less horsepower. Beyond that, we're getting into the crazy world of massive machinery and equally massive prices. So I think we'll let this job finish. Let Dusty do what he's doing, and I think I might go and pick up the DC401. And just so that we've got that in the future. Once we've ploughed, we don't have to plough that often. If I was just to jump out and go into ploughs directly, what have we got for an equivalent 4 metre? Yeah, I mean, again, we're jumping up to 59 grand here. 3.5 is 23. And we need 220 horsepower, which we don't really have. Yeah, the Lemkin, I mean, so that's a beaut, but yeah, too big. Okay, so I think the choice here is subsoilers. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to make a little purchase of a bit of equipment. And actually, maybe we should think about the cultivator before we actually get going on that to make life a bit quicker. Oh, Dusty's rocking on there, absolutely busting through the ground. He's missed this row here, but no worries. We'll come back and do the edge. Yeah, some big rocks. So we'll pick up the stone picker after this, because I believe once we've stone picked, we may create a state of cultivation with the stone picker itself. I can't quite remember. That may be a bit of an experiment. If that's the case, then great. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. Boom, boom. Bit of a joke there. If not, then, you know, we'll just do it with the cultivator. Just stepped over to the trailer because now my mind is absolutely whizzing and I'm thinking, what other pieces of equipment could we actually upgrade? Yes, I want a new tractor, but actually the Landini is just such a great piece of equipment. We say it time and time and time again. Currently, we have not found a reason to replace the Landini outright. However, bigger equipment is going to be the thing that pushes it over. So I think I'm going to look at potentially a new seeder, and let's have a quick look at cultivators as well. So this is where we are. We're with the Rabe, the EG3/9, 2.5 meters, really not very wide at all. I'm actually thinking the Lemkin. The Lemkin is 180 horsepower, so we've got 190 to play with the Landini there. This is 5 meters, so we're doubling the working width. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yeah, I think that might very nicely do the job for now. Now, it means we're at that point where we're maxing out our equipment because we're limited by the tractor. And I think while we've got 3 fields, that's enough. Next time we pick up any more fields, I think might be the time to trade up. Bigger tractors, bigger equipment. Yeah, so this time next year, we could be a massive farming operation in terms of field work. Jumping across to the seeders, so far right hand side, the 10K, the D830 Amazon. That's what we're working with at the minute, 3 meters working width. So let's have a think about what else we could possibly look at. in terms of horsepower, the Lemkin here, the Solitaire 12, will cut it. 180, that gives us 10 horsepower for basically moving the wheels, I suppose. But it's pricey. It really is pricey. 165 grand. I mean, that's more than we've actually got in the bank at the minute anyway. So yeah, I just think that's possibly overkill. And then the menu brings us right to the left-hand side, back to the cheap stuff, and we're looking at the Amazon again, or the Nordstern, but neither make any sense. I mean, they're both 3 meters, and we're currently working with 3 meters anyway, and why would you drop 42 grand on a new piece of equipment that ultimately isn't any better than what we've got? So when it comes to the Cedars right now, I don't think there's an option for upgrade. We're talking possibly already about a bigger tractor. Yeah, 220 horsepower there for the HR440. Yeah, so there are options, but we definitely need a bigger horse to pull it. Well, it looks like Dusty is well and truly finished. He's just clipping the edges there, the few bits that he missed. But yeah, that is wicked. I think we now need to grab the stone picker and get all these rocks picked. Having a quick look at the old PDA here, I was right. It does actually cultivate the field. So we are getting a cultivated state now when we're using the stone picker, because actually the tines on the stone picker are doing exactly the same as a cultivator would. So yeah, we'll hold off upgrading the cultivator for now because we are going to continue to stone pick. And as you can see, as Dusty is whizzing around here, it is making a difference. Dusty is reaching the capacity of the stone picker, so we're going to have to go dump these stones off in the crusher shortly. I'm just having a quick look. There is water in there. I don't think we want this to sell just at the minute, so I'm going to change output mode to storing. Let's store back a bit of lime, and then once we've got enough in there, we can sell it off all in one hit. Okay, there we go. Dusty's at 2,000 litres, absolutely full. Just having a bit of a look at the actual ground here. So what kind of effect do we actually get when we're using the stone picker over an actual cultivator? So we are seeing, you know, bits of straw and chaff left in the ground, and the overall appearance is a bit messy, perhaps, if we compare it to our neighbour's field over here, which obviously recently been cultivated. That is looking a bit tidier, like for like. But, you know, it is what it is. I think for the sake of doing this work twice over, it makes no sense if the stone picker is actually making the same work as a cultivator. Let's just leave it be. I'm happy with it. We're going to get seed in this after all, so I don't think it makes much difference. Right, as I said in the opening, while Dusty is dealing with that field, I think we want to purchase a few more of these woolly fluffy things, because I think wool is going to be really lucrative for us going forward, and we're going to need more animals. Now, obviously they will breed and we can in effect end up with our own lambs, but let's just get some underway and go from there. So I think what I'm going to do is, because we've got the Stein shafts to start with, I think I'm going to buy 20 lambs of each the Landrace, the Swiss Black Brown and the Black Welsh Mountain Sheep. All lambs, as I say, and then they can grow and mature, and the elder sheep can then breed, and we can end up with more lambs, and the cycle of life will continue. So the first lot, 20 Landrace of Blenheim. Let's go for that then. Let's go down to the Swiss Black Brown, 20 of those please for another 4,600, and then we'll just finish off with the Black Welsh Mountain, 20 more of those. Bargain. Right, let's go take a look. And there they are. There's a couple of white-faced ones. There's a brownie over there at the back. Ah, look, they're looking happy already. Settled in. Brilliant job. There we go. So next on the agenda is to do exactly the same, but for the chickens. Right, so I was wrong with my opening numbers. I said 250 and I think I corrected myself to 500. This barn will take 1,500 chickens. And at the minute we have 40. So we really are a long way away from maximising our yield here. I think I'm just going to go and purchase again some juveniles, a couple of roosters, and then let them get on with it. I think maybe 100 of each. Let's have a look how much that's going to cost if we select these, pump this right up to 100. Although 60 appears to be the maximum I can do, so we'll go with 60. We'll purchase those for a meagre £360. Excellent. Let's get a couple of roosters in there. We certainly don't need 60. Let me just grab my mouse. Whiz this all the way down. Let's probably go with 5. Yeah, 5 happy chaps. We'll buy those. And you know what? I fancy that I'm going to stick on some adults here. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's add 60 of those guys. And then I think we'll be done for the time being. If we feel we want to spend some more money, there's nothing stopping us coming back and purchasing a load more. There we go, 165. A meagre drop out of the 1,500 we could have. Let's go inside and take a look at these guys. The barn should be looking a little bit fuller now, because it was quite sparse with just 40 odd chickens. There's the roosters. That's a bit better. Yeah, happy chickens. Right. Good. We should find our eggs really start to fly out the door. Haha! Oh, it's Pun City here today, ladies and gentlemen. Pun City, rocks and eggs.
Hey there, computer guy. I got another full load on. I'm gonna go tip this down at the crusher, and then I think I'll hook up the seeder. Why'd you want to put in this field here?
Let's put barley in this one.
Oh yeah, okay. Barley, yeah. Barley it is. Computer guy, I just got off my cell phone.
What, were you sat on it or something then, Dusty?
Ha. Can't you be serious just for a minute?
Yeah, sorry mate, go on.
I just got a call from the Sawmill. They got a problem over there, we best go take a look.
What did they say it was?
He said something about space.
What do you mean space, like the final frontier?
Space, I suppose, about storing the planks or some damn thing. Well, Jesus Christ. Look at that lot there. While those boys have been busy.
Wow, Dusty, that is a wall of wood.
Oh yeah, look at that lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 goddamn piles of lumber. Well, surely this lot needs to go over to the carpenters.
Yeah, it probably does, Dusty, but don't forget they're already full.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, this is gonna make a big payday when it comes to selling.
Let's just keep it here, it's not going to cause any problem.
Alright, but the guy said they were running out of space.
Can't they just stick it around the side like they used to?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We stuck it there originally, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember.
Well, I'll go tell the boys that's where they need to put it from now on.
Right, it's my turn to do a bit of work. After that little break, Dusty dropped me back here. He's gone off to sort some other stuff out, a bit of admin I think. And yeah, so I'm going to put the seeder on and I'm going to drill some barley in this field. Right, so I'm all hooked up. 630 litres of seed here, 63% full. I've got barley. Yeah, what time is it? 12:40, not too bad. Right, let me just get aligned here. Get this lowered. Right. Oh, damn it. Fruit can't be planted in March. Didn't check that, did I? Absolute amateur. So, yes, it's oats. Really, we need to be putting in here. We haven't got the right equipment for drilling corn. Yes, of course, barley is much later in the year and it overwinters. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's going to have to be oats. That's no problem. I can change the seed out, no problem at all. Right, back in the room with oats loaded on. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get that underway. Yes, there we go. So oats is fine. We can use oats and we can use that to fill the grain mill and continue to generate some flour there. So that's absolutely fine. Yeah, just a bit of a faux pas on my part there. I was supposed to check the old calendar early this morning and just didn't get round to doing it. Never mind. Let's have a quick look behind and see how we're doing. Yeah, that's drilling quite nicely. Right, I'll do a couple of headlands. I'll do my ups and downs. Yeah, join me back here momentarily. Making steady progress here on my third headland. Start doing the up and downies any minute now. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, here we go. I'm going to start doing my ups and downs. I think actually the field is wider than it is long, so that's fine. Yeah, so I think that's the best route to do it. 4:05, making good headway. Yeah, all is well. Lovely sunny day. Don't think there's anywhere else I'd rather be right now than sat in this cab. Yeah, it's beautiful. Life is good. There we go. And we're off. Well, I'm all done. Oh, that crow just flew right over the cab there and made me jump. Right, let's step out and have a quick look. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, there's one thing it does need. Let me just show you. Right, so field 20. It's been ploughed. We don't need any lime. We did that. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to record that because I was in a rush, but lime is done. However, it needs rolling. Now, a roller was always going to be just a luxury, but you know what? We really want to maximize the yield on these fields if we're ever going to get near that $1 million buck challenge, our big goal. So, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I bought the Diablo Power Roll. Gotta go and take a look at this thing. 12 meters, so that's a decent working width. Now there's only really 2 rollers that are available to us right now. I've had a chat with Klaus and this is all he's got available. This is the only one that's within a decent budget, 44,000. He didn't have anything on deal, but you know what? We've got money to burn, so I thought we'd pick it up. Yes, I do like buying new equipment. Why not treat ourselves? So I'm gonna get this hitched up and I'm gonna go get that field rolled. Right, let's just edge around here. There we go. Back it up, slowly, slowly, slowly. Right onto the eye. There we go. And we're off. Quite looking forward to using this. I do like using new bits of equipment. It's a shame Dusty's not around, I don't know what he's doing. Right, I'm going to go to the top right corner this time. It's always a good idea to try and work your field from different angles because over time, over the months and years, you end up shifting the earth and changing the layout somewhat if you use the same pattern over and over. So I'm just going to come from this end and anything that gets dragged down will be going against the grain that I actually ploughed earlier, so, or rather that Dusty ploughed earlier. Right, let's see where I am. Probably too far over given this has got 12 meters. Yeah, let me bring that back a bit, do a bit of reversing. This is pro stuff, this is. There we go. Right, don't go my other field. Let's get that rolled out. Look at that. That's a beast. Right, let's get that down. There she blows. Yeah, I'm just gonna have. Yeah, I'm way too close to the edge here. Gonna do this by eye initially. Oh, but look at that ground state. That looks peachy. Yes, that's what we need. That's how we're going to maximise our yield. Proper ground care. Right. More work to do then, ladies and gentlemen. Not doing too badly. Looking across the field, I reckon I'm about halfway across, give or take. Hard to really judge in the cab here. But yeah, that's about halfway. Right, best press on. I can't see it, talking to you lot all day long. Got work to do. Well, that is me done. I just want to get this thing folded up again now. 1 second. Let's lift that. Let's get the right lever. Yeah, so that's the one. Let's pull that one. Oh, it's got a lovely mechanism. I love stuff like that. I love how machinery, especially agricultural machinery, is just so clever. Right. Well, Dusty should be back any minute now. He's just giving me a call whilst I finish up this field. Sorry, farmer. I don't know whose this is, but there we go. Yeah, so I think we can pack it up here. This is fertilised. It's been ploughed. It's been picked and cultivated at the same time. It's been limed. And we've just rolled it after seeding. So yeah, great job. A massive field here full of oats. So really, really happy with that. Okay, gonna go meet up with Dusty. Yeah, and then we'll head on to the next item for this month. I've just loaded up the roller here, and I do need to do something about the seeder, which is all the way down there. The spreader's on, so I think we're going to have to do 2 trips back to the homestead, although I may have to think about where we're storing this equipment, because ultimately most of our work is going to be down here rather than up at the homestead. And up at the homestead, if it's just crops for animals, I can't say that I'm particularly bothered about the yield. Again, down here we will be, so I don't know, maybe some of this equipment will stay down here, but for now I think the subsoil is going to go back. We're going to sell that. Needs a bit of a clean, I must admit, but yeah, Klaus will take it as it is. So yeah, let me jump in the Landini, get that over to the store and get that sold. So we're making good progress today. It's 2:15 in the afternoon, not too bad. There is something we need to do after this, but we'll grab Dusty and then we'll head over. Right, there she is, the old girl. Right, I think we'll clean this up. Well, we will get it re-sprayed and get it repaired and just maximise our yield. Okay. What are we talking here? So repair for $21 bucks. Wow. That's nothing, is it? That's done. Repaint for 107. Yeah, there we go. Okay, right. I think then we shall sell. Right. And our new one is here. Lovely and red and shiny. The DC 401. Marginally bigger, but every little helps, as they say. Obviously this doesn't fold up like a plough would, so just got to be a bit careful of the width when we're on the main highways here. That shouldn't be a problem. Well done, Dusty, thank you very much. So now we've got Dusty back, let's go and head over to a new secret location. Oh.
Is it now time for the big reveal?
Yeah, Dusty, I think it is.
Alright, I've been waiting for this all day.
So, we are just heading north from the mill. We're going to head over around this roundabout. We've got our field, if I remember rightly, field 18 to the right hand side there, just going past. We're going to go over the railway and then over the river, and if you're smart enough with your eyes, you may just see a building we're heading towards. It's just poking up through the trees to the right hand side of the cab. I'll turn right here then, Dusty. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we are. And if you haven't yet worked it out, this is Dusty's new brewery. Yes, we are making beer. That is the reason why we really wanted to get some barley in the ground, just so we can get some proper brew underway. Oh, look at this. Here we go. The Brewery Beer Corp. Great classic name for a brewery. Oh, brilliant. Dusty, hop out. Let's take a look around.
Yeah, I can't wait to get things going up here.
I bet you can't, mate. I bet you can't. So what do we got? We got some massive tanks. Oh, we are going to be filling this lot. We definitely are. So we'll have a wander around shortly, but we've got our big tanks here for fermenting. A lot of operations inside. We're not going to take you in there today because the staff aren't in. Dusty's got the keys, but I think...
Yeah, I left them in the truck.
Yeah, I thought you did. That's fair enough. So yeah, we got places for collection. There's the office in there. All good. Yes. Oh, cannot wait. So this is what we're waiting for. We are looking to get some crops in here. As we said, barley, wheat. But I've also got the opportunity to do some other funky kinds of beers.
Yeah, not the kind of beers I like, mind. I like mine just straight up.
So let's have a look at the production chain menu here. We've got the mill and all the stuff that you're all very familiar with. But scrolling down, we did have to hide this earlier when we were looking at the lime. But we have beer production. We can do wheat beer, barley beer, honey beer, and the strange one, strawberry beer. How popular that will be, I do not know. But it's an option. What it means is that we may need to start producing strawberries in one of our greenhouses. And I think, Dusty, at some point in the very near future, you and I should have a chat with the manager of the local supermarket, because we need to get stock on the shelves. And yeah, I think that's a good place to get rid of most of it. Now, of course, talking to the local pubs, the ale houses, that's another way of doing it.
Is it though?
Well, what do you mean?
You know what I mean.
Yes, Dusty, I do. I'm just playing a bit ignorant for the viewers here.
Shall we go show them?
You want to do it now?
Yeah, come on. We're on a roll, computer guy. We're on a roll.
Okay, right, let's jump in the Landini then. Because there's one more part of this puzzle we need to show you. Heading back over the railway bridge here, and then we're going to go past our spinnery on the left hand side. So we're very much in familiar territory. The shop is on the right, and I think we're going to do a left at this roundabout here, or maybe straight on. Dusty, what are you going to do?
Straight on.
Okay, yeah, you know the area better than I do. And left down here.
Then it's a right at the next roundabout.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Over the next roundabout. And, ladies and gentlemen, not only do we have a brewery, but welcome to Dusty's Bar. Oh yes, there we go. Look at that.
Now I'm keen on the brewery, of course, but this is my baby.
Oh yes, you and I, Dusty, can sink a few in here, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, owner's discounts. Owner's discounts.
So there she is. Now, she's a bit empty, admittedly. We need to get some furniture in there, some bar stools. Yeah, a bit of decoration as well. Liquor paint maybe, if we've got the time. But one of the things we certainly do want to do is smarten up the surrounding area. So this has been constructed recently. They've got the tarmac in. They've done a very good job here at the old tarmac. Very neat and tidy. But I would like to get some parking bays in for, you know, for the patrons. I think we need to fence this off just a little bit, and yeah, just generally add a little bit of outside appeal. I think maybe we should get some benches and tables in as well.
Yeah, all of that sounds good to me, computer guy.
Well, shall I get on with it now, Dusty? We've got some money in the bank.
Yeah, why the hell not? While you're working on the exterior here, I'll go and pick up all the equipment and take it back to the homestead.
Cheers, Dusty, that's super helpful.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you back in a couple of hours.
Sorry, excuse me. Gotta say that isn't a bad job at all. Let's have a look. This is definitely the sort of place I'd want to stop off with a few mates after work. Oh yes. Oh yes. I think I might need to align these lights a little bit better. But yeah, that's a bit more welcoming now. Street lamps so that people in the area feel safe coming around here on the corner. Lots of parking, but equally still access for the older delivery trucks which are going to come round here at the back. Here we go, no problem at all. There's not too much stuff around the back here. I wanted to keep it fairly clear. You know, you could even argue that we could squeeze in another, I don't know, another couple of tables and chairs for couples perhaps if we wanted to. I think that is brilliant. I'm really happy with that, and I think Dusty will be too. What a brilliant month, everybody. Thank you for joining Dusty and I again on this continuing adventure that we're on, trying to hit that $1 million buck mark. But actually, it's been worthwhile because the money we made over the last 2 or 3 months of selling produce, we've now finally started to really chuck in and go all out for some big production chains. I am mega excited about the brewery, and I know Dusty is absolutely. I've just got to make sure he doesn't spend too long managing the bar when he should be actually managing the other businesses and looking after the fields and animals. But you know, hey ho, everyone needs a space of their own to kick back, and I think the brewery and the bar are the best place to do that. There's still lots in the pipeline. We've got some good ideas coming up. We've got some cheeky stuff to be doing with some clothes at some point in the next couple of months. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stick a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. It really helps out the channel. We're trying to grow. We're trying to spread the word. So if you think anyone else out there is going to like this video, do certainly pass it on. Thank you for your loyal fanship. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.